morning, beautiful people. Happy Friday. Today we are rocking the flannel. I got on my flannel shirt, red, white, and blue for Veterans Day today. Shout out to my dad and my nephew, Adrian Rodell, who's currently in the service. And then it's Friday, so we've got some jeans and my new boots. Guys, I love these boots. They are so comfy. They're from DSW. They were like $89 and uber comfy. I love a flat-footed riding boot with a zipper, and what I really like about these is they have like this elastic calf, and they came in wide because it's really hard for me to find a shoe that fits Frankenfoot because it's had so many foot surgeries. It's a little bit of an odd shaped kind of a foot. Yes, I have an odd foot, so that's okay. I'm a little odd. The foot matches. So, I'm in a lighter mood than I was yesterday. In fact, I'll be honest, let me put this. Anyway, I shot a vlog yesterday in class. Not a teaching vlog, but like a chat. And I don't even know if I'm going to post it because the chat came after receiving some sad news from a student, and then a friend of mine had bad news, and it was just kind of a bummer kind of a day. And so I was a little emotional yesterday when I vlogged. So I may not start this video with that vlog. Maybe I'll stick it at the end of this video today, if it makes the cut at all. I don't know. And I'm at the moment, if that doesn't make the cut, probably this little conversation won't make the cut either. But, you know, it just, sometimes when things happen to the students, you feel like it's happening to you too, because you love them and they're your kids. So yeah, I was definitely feeling a little emotional yesterday. So today though is Friday. Today we are sending out only happy thoughts and positive vibes. And caffeine. We are going to have a more normal day today. Yesterday was a lot of assessments. Report cards are next week. I was like, ooh, I need a couple reading grades, and I need a math grade, and I need a social studies grade. Oh yeah, we need to do one of these too. So yeah, we were working our butts off in this room yesterday. So today's going to be back to normal. We'll be doing daily 5 and all that good stuff. And maybe I'll vlog a lesson today, I'm not sure. But with that, I just wanted to say happy beautiful morning to all of you guys, and I will talk to you again real soon. Hello again. It is lunchtime and I have about 10 minutes before I have to go get the munchkins. I love my munchkins, and I also love caffeine. Honestly, how did the world ever function before the invention of caffeine? Really, I have no clue. Which is funny though, because I'm totally addicted to caffeine, and yet I don't drink coffee. I can't stomach coffee. It tastes like muddy water to me, and I've tried it with vanilla, I've tried it with caramel, I've tried it with pumpkin spice, peppermint. I hate coffee. I just do. I've had Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, because I actually want to like it. I feel like I'm missing out on this big part of pop culture because I don't drink coffee, and I've tried multiple versions of coffee and I can't drink it. So I will stick to the Crystal Light and my Diet Pepsi and my 5 Hour Energy. But I do love caffeine. That stuff rocks. Anyway, it's funny. I have actually pulled up the video of the song Let It Go because for some reason Frozen came up this morning, and I mentioned to the kids, I'm actually really good at singing Let It Go. I used to sing in my first husband's band for a while, and I was in choir for 4 years. I love to sing. That's actually one of the ways I de-stress at home. I'll go home and I'll blast the radio and I'll sing at the top of my lungs. But so right away, as soon as I mentioned the words, I knew how to sing Frozen really well. All the kids were like, Miss Bietler, you got to sing it for us. So I told them if they were good today, I would actually sing for them Let It Go at the end of the day. And I will keep my promise to them. So, yeah, be careful what you say because you then may have to follow through on what you offer to do. So, quick question. I have made a few investments, one of them being an Apple Watch, and I've already had a couple of comments. People were intrigued by the Apple Watch, and so I was thinking about maybe doing an Apple Watch vlog and like showing you the apps I use on the watch, how I use the watch in my school day here, but I actually bought it more for health reasons. So if you want to see a video on that, please let me know in the comments. Also, I recently invested in a traveler's notebook. I still have my Erin Condren planner, so I did not ditch one for the other, but I'm real big on journaling and on list making, and I needed more paper. I didn't have enough paper with me with the Erin Condren life planner, but I'm not getting rid of it. I just added to my planning collection. I'm not swapping. But so I've got this all set up and in a very functional way for me. This is from Webster's Pages. This is a Color Crush. I like the Midori notebooks. I really did. But they're very expensive, and I actually wanted more options than what was in the Midori. So if you actually want to see another vlog on my Color Crush Traveler's Notebook, how I'm using it, and things like that, again, tell me in the comments section below, because I would probably do that as 2 separate videos. One video for the watch and one video for the Traveler's Notebook. But I love both. They're definitely things that, you know, they're just improvements on my day-to-day living. So yeah, I thought I would throw that out there, and I'm just chilling at the moment. I should be doing lesson plans. I'll get right on that. I've been in a weird kind of a mood lately. I've not known for being a procrastinator. I've never been a procrastinator. And all of a sudden it's just like, I'll get to it. I have no clue what's going on with me. You know, maybe it's hormones. I did just start progesterone from my gynecologist for reasons. Maybe it is hormones. I don't know, but I've just been acting and behaving in a way that is not my normal, neurotic, highly driven, highly focused kind of a way. It's very strange. I've gone from being type A to type B+. I don't know. But so, yeah, it just feels really weird. Anyway, today is Friday. It is a PLC day, but half of my team's not here. They're gone on a field trip. So it's just going to be me and 2 other people. And actually we're getting kind of excited because we just started PLCs this year, and PLC means Professional Learning Community. So you get a team together, usually your grade level, and you basically are having like an in-service, an hour a week on issues pertaining specifically to you. But because we had just started PLCs in the district, our PLC topics have been dictated to us since the beginning of the school year. Well, today's PLC assignment is to basically create our own agenda for like the next 3 to 4 PLCs. They're finally handing the reins over to us for our PLC. So instead of covering topics that are like district-wide or building-wide, we're finally getting to start covering topics that are the nitty-gritty of our day-to-day, which is actually pretty exciting, that we can start working as a team, start collaborating together. I really am enjoying the PLC concept. It's great. Collaboration is great. And instead of being individual teachers going about your year, suddenly you are a group. Oops, time to get the munchkins. You are a group working together. And so that is always a good thing. And with that, I'll probably talk to you a little bit later today. All right.
Oh, no.
Okay. One time. That's it.
Yay.
Can't believe I'm doing this. The snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a secret to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling, a big swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. It's time to see what I can do to test the limit and break through. No right or wrong, no rules for me. I'm free. Let it go, let it go. I'm one with the wind and sky. Let it go, let it go. You'll never see me cry. Here I stand, and here I stay. Let the storm rage on. The phone's ringing. So if I seem out of breath, it's because we literally just ran to the music room on the third floor. We were talking about arthropods and molting and shedding skin, and we referred, thank God for SpongeBob, who lives in a pineapple under the sea. I cannot tell you how many times I refer back to SpongeBob. So I told you, because they were like, what do you mean their skin falls off? Like, not their skin, their exoskeleton. Raise your hands if you saw the episode where Mr. Krabs shed his shell, and like every hand in the room was like, yes, that is molting. He got too big, he popped out of his shell. So yeah, because this is hard. This is our new science, and it is literally just vocabulary after vocabulary after vocabulary. And when I first passed this out to the kids, and this is the stuff we have to use, district mandate, their eyes got like 5 times larger looking at this. They're like, Miss Bietler, we can't read this. Like, don't worry, guys. We're going to tackle it paragraph by paragraph. We're going to talk about it, and I promise by the time we're done, you're going to get it. And they do. For the most part, they're actually really getting it. We were doing fine until we got to molting. But they can tell you what a vertebrate is. They can tell you what an invertebrate is. They know what an arthropod is. They know what an exoskeleton is. They know what metamorphosis is. I mean, we are learning some big words in here, people, and they're doing fine. They're doing actually better than I anticipated. We also have here our science journals, which are just a notebook, and this one's mine, And we broke it up into sections. The first few pages are dedicated to our extremely large vocabulary. And then we go into unit notes, which we'll be doing some of these in just real soon. And moving on, we did our bear activities, where we learned about adapted and body structures and environment and how they adapt to their environment. And then the next page was our bats activity, where we learned about microbats and megabats and nectar and prey. And, oh, I don't have the word echolocation in here. We got to get that one in there. So I love the idea of having one place where all the information is kept. It's a very good thing, science journals. I have journals for practically every class. Or they either have a journal or a folder for pretty much every subject. So that's what's been going on since we got back. And yes, I sang for them. I recorded it as I did it, and it may or may not make the cut of this video. I don't know. I have to take it home, watch it, and see how embarrassing it came out. So the kids were impressed, though. They were highly impressed. So with that, I'm going to do some lesson plans, because even though I am feeling rather lazy and procrastinating, I really do need to do some lesson plans while I have some prep time left. So it's the end of the day. We're all done. My PLC just broke up. We went our separate ways, and we came up with our agenda for the next few weeks. So on November 18th, we want to work on science planning, learning the new curriculum, and mapping. And then for our first week of December, we want to do writing, areas of focus, creating of writing rubrics, and the creation of writing calendars for implementation next year. And then after that, we want to do how to apply writing to math and sharing performance task activities. So as far as like writing calendars go, what we want to make sure that all of us in the team are that we're all teaching the same standards at the same time. We don't want to tell each other how to teach the standards. We still want to allow for our own creativity and our own ideas and things like that. Because teachers, I don't know about everyone, but most teachers, we really hate teaching from a script. It's almost like an insult to your intelligence that, we don't trust you to teach on your own, so here's a script and just read this to the students and it'll all be all right. That's not me, that's not my team. So, but we do want to agree that like in next year's September and October, we're all working on personal narratives. And then in December and November, we're all working on persuasive writing. And then for like January, February, and March, we're working on expository writing. And then the remaining time at the end of the year, that's open time to then work on poetry and other forms of writing. So at least this way, we're all on the same topics and the same standards. But it's still up to us at the end of the day how we want to go about implementing those standards. So that's the idea behind the writing calendar. And then as far as like math performance tasks, I'm very lucky to be going to that Math Institute, and they've been training us all last year and this year to do performance tasks in the classroom where you solve a problem, you do a modeled drawing, you create your equation, but then you have to write a paragraph or two explaining your thinking and the steps required for you to solve the problem. And this is coming like straight off the M-Step. And now even though M-Step's about to go away, this is this last year, whatever comes along to replace it, I don't think it's going to be all that different. At the end of the day, writing is now required in every subject, and an explanation of thinking is becoming required in every subject. It's not enough to just get the answer anymore. You have to be able to explain how you did it, and you have to be able to write how you did it. So that's why we're going to be focusing a lot in our PLC on implementing writing in the standards, as well as how to improve our general writer's workshop. So with that, I am going to go ahead and wrap up this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me in the future, click the subscribe button, and I will talk to you later.